There it is.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
All right. Everybody got involved. This is the War Report, brought to you by TagMeADate.com. I'm very happy I got my iPad back so I can start pumping sound effects back into the show and music and relevant clips. Because we don't have Ryan to show the giant face of Toothless Cesaro this week so far. I don't know if he's coming or not.
Or Foley, for that matter.
Right, or yeah, Jesus, every time.
Did you see there's a shirt, a Cyborg shirt?
With Cyborg. And then the Cesaro logo on the back is actually changed to say Cesaro.
Yeah.
So, like the little globe with his name is changed, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
All right, and so I don't look like a jackass. I'm going to turn this camera off when I reset my camera or my microphone arm because it fell off. So yeah, that happened. I'm going to turn my camera off, but I'm going to pass it around the room. We'll start with Steve. How's everything going with you and with the wonderful TagMeADate.com, the first and only dating site exclusively for wrestling fans? Find your tag team match on our roster of over 50,000 superstars and divas at TagMeADate.com. Go ahead, Steve.
It's going good and strong. I got to tell you, we actually we had to just purchase more space because of the amount of activity and signups that we've been having. We were starting to get a little sluggish on the site. So it was brought to my attention that the activity has grown to the point where we need to buy more space. So that's a great thing. I don't mind spending money when it's because there's more people signing up and more people using the site. I see a bunch of activity. A lot of people are becoming friends, and hopefully that's turning into matches. So things are going well. The Android app is coming. We're just starting to get some of the shots in now, and we're going to be able to test it out. But hopefully within the next week or so, Android will be launched, and then we'll be focusing on Apple, and we'll get that out as soon as we can. But things are good. They're going strong, and yeah, so I can't complain.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Let's see. Kat, I'm just seeing the locker room, and usually that's Steve's icon. But Kat, how's everything in your neck of the woods?
No one kicked anybody's ass this week. I am very happy.
Yeah, we discussed that briefly on the show. We're all on your daughter's side, by the way. So there's no confusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's that. The girl deserved it. I mean, I hate to say that about a small child getting injured, but
hey,
she's lucky she didn't get a fucking RKO through her table, Or
can you imagine? Because you know what? Can I tell you? She missed the table by inches. I was told. So there could have been a 3D involved very easily.
I kind of because we've seen on the podcast before. Autumn has hit the Shinsuke backbend. So maybe she hits the Kinshasa and knocks the girl out and then hits the backbend afterward.
Or she just gets total ECW and she takes the lunch tray and she just smacks the kid over the head. Because that would work too.
Oh,
I will gladly buy the kendo stick. Okay? I will gladly invest in it.
I was very, very proud of what transpired. And, listen, if you have it coming, you have it coming.
Yeah,
okay. If you start it, she's going to finish it.
We're not just condoning random child-on-child violence here. We're not starting a child fighting ring like they do in Russia with the 8-year-old MMA. This is not what we're talking about. We're just saying if some kid
UFC playground style.
Yeah, seriously. I'm just saying if some kid is stepping up, you gotta be ready to be put back down. So
don't fuck with the wrestling fan.
Yeah, you don't mess with a wrestling fan. When I was little, I broke my left wrist, and I used to use it as a gimmick, and I'd go by and give people the fucking forearm. I was like 2 or 3. I was real young, but I was watching wrestling. I would just go up and I would give him the fucking shot like Ace.
That's fantastic.
Right?
I love it.
Oh. So, Steve, Eric, I learned something new about you today. I know you like to cook, and I always see the photos of your meals.
Yeah.
You've written or compiled cookbooks of your own?
Yeah. The first one was it was a gift for my mom for her birthday. She was really surprised. She cried.
Oh.
No. course.
I cried when you brought it out and showed it to me.
Yeah, I did show it to Kat.
That's great.
And then I had an early start on a second one. I just figured, why not do it? And I'm trying to do it like yearly so I could give it to her for her birthday once a year.
Nice. That
That's
sounds
so
like a
nice.
really nice plan.
I got a head start on my third one. I didn't print out the second one yet. I'm 10 recipes into the third one, and it's fun. It's fun to do.
Oh, Eric, what a good little bubble. Giving the cookies to your mother for her birthday. You thought of her. Some people, Harvey down the street never visits his mother. He hasn't seen her in 3 years since she moved to Miami. You're such a good boy, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Miracle Man. Have fun storming the castle.
I was going to say, you're in North Carolina. I had to give you a little taste of what things are like back here in the North. You've been away from New York. Well, no, you come up very frequently, so you still get the immersion of the family and friends, which is good. Speaking of North, how are things all the way up? You're wearing a certified G shirt. It's not even a T-shirt; it's a certified G shirt.
Yep, it's a certified G shirt.
Well, that is an interesting choice considering last night's main event. So very appropriate.
I didn't watch it, so I don't even know. But probably Enzo got beat up.
No, Enzo came out and did the Michael Scott roast of everybody in the cruiserweight division. So you remember, like Michael Scott just went like, "Where's Angelo? I didn't see you behind that grain of rice." Boom, roasted. Jim, you're 6'11" and you weigh 80 pounds. Boom, roasted. He just went around the ring and he was like, "Cedric Alexander, you wearing a scuba suit?" And then he just move on to the next guy. Like Drew Gulak, go sit at commentary. You're wearing a suit. Go sit at commentary with Corey Graves, and everybody went, "Ooh."
Yeah. Listen, I thought it was a good segment. I thought Enzo did a great job, and it was funny as hell. My only question is, what the fuck are we doing that on 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, 2 weeks in a row, the main event is 205 Live? Like, that's an opening segment at best. I don't understand why that's main eventing and not, anything else. I mean, I just
Braun and
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, why did Braun and Seth open the show?
And then that's Kalisto. That's the big reveal that he's joining. Oh my god! I love the new mask, but
that happened.
I mean, it's a joke. How is that your main event?
Amanda, you have to go back and watch just this bit because
it was funny.
The cruiserweights are around the ring, and Enzo just went and talked shit about all of them. He said, "I have the contract, the clause. You can't lay a hand on me. Bada boom, bada bing. You know the whole deal." So he was doing his Dice impression, and then Kurt Angle came out, and everybody was excited. And he goes, "Well, they can't touch you, but this new guy who I'm going to bring out." And then when he pointed, it took like a solid.
Yeah, it was too long of a delay.
45 seconds. They had to cut away. They cut to the ring. They cut back. They cut away. Everybody in the ring's kind of staring at each other like if person's gonna fucking pop out of the sky or something. And then all of a sudden, you just see you've heard music that you've never heard before. You hear a fucking siren. I'm sorry if this is music he's had for a while, but it sounds like Scott Steiner's music, and then it goes into some generic music because it's a siren, and it just says Kalisto in big letters. And I feel like Todd Grisham was back going, it's Kalisto. Like they were so unenthused that it was Kalisto, and the fans all just collectively farted at the same time. Like there was just no
Yeah.
What is that?
I thought it was TJ Perkins for a second.
I think that's Kalisto's music. No way. Yeah, he was a lucha?
Yeah, he was.
Was he one of the lucha?
He was one of the lucha. He was. He used to be Samurai del Sol on the Indies. He wasn't Sin Cara. He was the other one who could actually wrestle. Although the new Sin Cara can wrestle too. The old Sin Cara was not great. Yeah, Kalisto has this music which I'm not really into, and the fans were just like, "Oh, it's that guy." Hey,
it was just such a disappointment. Like this was an opportunity to bring someone in and like. Totally like throw something out there like nobody heard anything prior, like it just would have been like old school perfect, and it was Kalisto.
Yeah, people were like, should it be Rey Mysterio or like another one of those lightweight guys that could, a legend, a light heavyweight, anybody, fucking pick an X Division guy. Kalisto, he was the big surprise of Raw, and I felt I'm happy for him, but it was so bad because they played his music and he went around and did each turnbuckle with his lucha pose, and he was doing this thing, and when he did this, about 6 people knew to chant lucha in time with him doing this, so he was pumping the air for nothing. He was like doing, you know, when you jazzercise or like old people do the workout in the pool with the 1 pound weights, that's what he was doing, and just nobody was saying lucha. Oh, my arms hurt now.
Gilbert.
Gilbert! Oh my God! If Gilbert came out and people were holding sparklers and he just ran in the ring and speared
That
Enzo,
That would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing.
God, you can tell our age.
It was a total disappointment. I mean, and it's nothing against Kalisto. I happen
No,
to
not a knock on Kalisto at all.
watch the ring and all that, but fucking A. I mean, this was just a blown opportunity. But listen, since we're talking about Raw, we really gotta talk about Bray Wyatt and what an incredible creepy ass fucking
Oh my God, yes.
that was so creepy. And then it sounds like we're officially going to get Abigail. So now the question is, who plays Sister Abigail?
Paige.
that would
be awesome. She's pasty as hell. That could work.
Totally.
And then Alberto comes back. She may be your sister, but I am her puppy.
You know what? You know what? Though you can't bring her in as Sister Abigail because
everybody knows her.
Right? It's got to be somebody. It has to be like a Santana Garrett or a Tessa Blanchard or an Ellering. Bring one of those girls in to play Sister Abigail. I mean, you could throw makeup on any of them and make them creepy looking like Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Tessa Blanchard thing.
That Mae Young Classic competitors would do.
I think Santana Garrett would be the perfect choice because she's already got long hair. I don't know. I think it would work. I don't know. It'll be interesting because chances are the way shit goes, it's going to be a letdown. It'll be a letdown.
It'll be Paige. Or it'll be
exactly.
Eva Marie.
Oh!
Her hair's black.
Could you fucking imagine if the... Oh, my God. I died a little when you said that.
Interesting recap.
Well, we took care of the 205 question on the list of questions for tonight.
Really? What was the 205 question? Who said it? Let's give him credit.
That was Skydome 100, and he goes, how do we feel about the shakeup in 205 and Kalisto? So that took care of that.
Canadians.
Is Skydome from Toronto?
It just says Skydome 100, so I'm assuming it's Toronto. It was just the email address. They didn't sign their name to it at all. We got a question from someone named Hulk Hogan tonight, okay?
Brother.
Hey, listen, not for nothing. I really, truly don't believe it is Hulk Hogan, but I will say this. Brooke Hogan has liked our Instagram post about the War Report. So Brooke Hogan may be checking us out. So you never know. Maybe she mentioned something to the Hulkster brother. He's got free time. So you never know. I doubt it, but it would be fucking cool.
I doubt this would be the question he would ask, though.
He would ask a question about himself. Let's be honest.
Well, listen. Should we just jump into the questions and we'll cover everything else afterwards?
Sure. So while we're doing that, I want to just screen share a really funny photo that I found. This is everybody congratulating Roman Reigns at the same time. You're the big dog now, is what they're all saying. Thank you, Reddit, for that one. But so what's the next question?
What was Hulk Hogan's question?
Yeah, what is Hulk Hogan's question, brother?
Hulk Hogan's question is, if we could bring back any wrestler, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, so it is a question about Hulk. Hey, Hulk. He asked a question about him. It's a pretty loaded question when a guy whose name is Hulk Hogan asks who you want to bring back. You're not going to say Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, dot, was who it was signed.
How about Mr. America?
Here, why don't we do this? Everyone come up with a pick. Who you would bring back dead and who you would bring back that's alive.
Oh. Well, Roddy or Dusty dead. Probably.
Eddie Guerrero dead.
Eddie's a good pick.
Eddie's a fantastic pick.
Is that Randy?
Alive?
Maybe. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you mine for alive, and I make this pick with the fact that if this person was alive and nothing else happened, my pick would be Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I get what you mean. If he
like
on the straight and narrow,
alive and he didn't kill anyone, and he was still, the Chris Benoit that we knew and was, what he was in the ring, he would be my dead pick. My alive pick would probably be.
That's
a tough one, because are you thinking legend, or are you thinking like modern guy who just didn't get a shot, like Cody, or like you know what I mean, like or a Kazarian or a Daniels? Like Christopher Daniels should be in the WWE. What the fuck is wrong with people? He should have been in WWE a decade ago. But so are we talking something like that, or somebody like because
Alex Shelley too? The Motor City Machine Guns. You should have brought them in together. They were fucking awesome.
The Machine Guns against London and Kendrick would have been a great tag team feud when SmackDown had those great tag team title feuds. Oh, you know who I'd like to see? I would like to see the Warlord come back and wrestle Braun Strowman.
Ooh. The Warlord. That's funny.
Right? That's a deep cut. He'd have to shave the W in the side of his head. Is the Warlord my dead pick now? That's going to be sad if I forgot that he died.
No, he's
not dead.
He's not dead.
See, alive, I might actually have to go with John Morrison.
Yeah, he's alive. John Morrison is a good pick.
That's a great pick.
Meng.
Oh God,
that guy's scary.
I fucking loved Meng. He was one of my favorites.
You know what? There's someone you say Autumn, don't back down to anybody. You ever meet Ming, you run.
Yeah. I love the story, and who knows if it's true or not, that a guy got in an argument with him in a bar, and he took his fingers and he snapped the guy's front teeth out on the bottom.
Oh my God.
I've heard that story so many times, but who knows if it's true? It's an amazing sight.
All the wrestlers say that he's like one of the toughest legit guys.
Oh yeah.
Barbarian too.
See him run.
Yes, if you see him run, pretty much.
I would say alive and in like prime shape and condition, I would say The Undertaker.
I would say alive and prime Bret Hart.
Ooh, there you go.
That's a good one too.
Bret without the concussions and all the,
What about dead?
I said Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You were Eddie Guerrero.
Because I don't know if you guys probably heard about this, but a couple months ago, Bret Hart, maybe it was even a year ago, Bret Hart had surgery on his wrist, and he broke it in like '89 and never had it fixed.
Wow.
Yeah, he had this wrist problem going on for like years and years, and he just never got it fixed because he didn't want to take the time off. And apparently it was, by then, very, very intensive surgery to repair it. So he's fine now, I guess. But I mean, I've seen Bret, and yeah, he's banged up, man. Concussions aside, he's just the knees and everything else.
Well, that motorcycle accident where he had the seizure, that was really the end. Like that.
Yeah.
Right after that's when he started looking older. Gray, everything just started coming in, and it's just a horrible, horrible situation. So,
Eric, what about you?
Yeah, Eric, what's your pick?
Damn, that's a tough one. I know he's around, but he hasn't been wrestling. I would say Nigel McGuinness let's say he decided to sign with WWE in the first place and not TNA. And still, able to wrestle.
Yeah, without the whatever lingering things he's got.
And did you say dead?
Dead was Macho Man.
Good pick.
That's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the next one?
Thank you, Hulk Hogan,
brother.
So the next one, I gotta get it out of the way because I'm dying to see Vince's reaction on this.
No.
You guys know what it is already.
I was going to try and sneak away to the bathroom during the question, but okay, we'll do this.
No, you can't do it. The question just comes in: Marty Jannetty, yay or nay?
Yay or nay? I'm all in on Marty Jannetty. I can't not like Marty Jannetty,
even though he wants to bang his daughter.
Because that shit is hilarious. Because I don't know if you realize this, but he later came out. Now the last thing I heard was he said that his account was hacked and he didn't.
2 months later, I don't.
Which
buy
is
it.
about
2 months later.
There's about a 0.3% chance that that's true. But I appreciate the hustle. He's trying to work people. It's just not working. Everybody knows what the deal is, Marty. And you know what?
I knew he was.
To an extent, I appreciate it because he was at least honest.
Oh Jesus!
He was
dude. That's a category on YouPorn.com.
He didn't do anything. He didn't bang his actual daughter. He just thought the girl was hot. Now that it's not his daughter, it's okay, right? I'm just.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I gotta know. I mean, what do people think?
Biologically, yeah, it's okay, but it's still a little weird.
Yeah, the principle of it was that he was approached by her. I assume by her saying, "Hey, my mom said you're my dad, and my dad left when I was however old, and I don't remember him. Are you my dad?"
Should have gone to Maury. Should have gone to Maury.
Well, they got a DNA test, and then after the DNA test, he wanted to bang his daughter. Okay, I see how that sounds.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Steve said, genetically, legally, there's really nothing wrong with it. In that sense,
it's very redneck.
It's it's not something someone of clear mind would consider.
Sorry, West Virginia.
Here's
My answer to that question
also
is gonna be nay.
Is anyone thinking about Deliverance? Is anyone thinking about Deliverance right now?
Here's what I would like to know: what compels a man to? Okay, if you want to think that, that's fine. You can think it's a private thought, it's a free country. You can think it, but then he posted on Facebook asking for.
There's still something wrong with you thinking it.
Well, but there's nothing anybody can do. Like, it would be a private thought that 6 billion people didn't know. Right. Now the entire world knows, and he's asking for their input.
Oh,
that's
God.
where it gets even more. Like, it would be okay if he just kind of privately thought about it, was just a weird pervert on his own. And I'm not saying that Marty Jannetty is a weird pervert. I don't know. He doesn't want to bang his daughter. He just want to bang a girl he thought was his daughter.
So wait, so now that he knows that she's not his daughter, he doesn't want to bang her?
No, he does.
He does.
Oh.
Like, the idea was the girl was said that she was, the daughter, and then he was attracted to her as he was like, hey, I can't do anything because it's my daughter. And then when he found it wasn't, he was like, oh, well, now I kind of got the green light, right? And that question mark there at the end was where he posted it to Facebook.
Oh, God.
And the rest of this happened.
Remind me next time we get Charlie on the show to ask him this question.
I need to know Charlie's thoughts on this situation. Oh, we have to have, you know what, Amanda, I don't think you can be on that show. And it's not because you're going to say anything. No. Don't get me wrong. You are fine. You are an upstanding Canadian citizen. Charlie, on the other hand, is an interesting character. Based on the things that he has said to Kat.
The first thing he said to Kat.
What was the? I don't do. All right, we'll give you an example. Go ahead, Eric.
No, hey Kat, which cat are we rubbing? Is basically what he said.
He goes,
so that's Charlie in a nutshell.
I'm sorry. The first thing he ever said to me is, "How you doing, baby?" Like he was freaking Enzo Amore.
Yes, he did do that.
Noise.
He says, "Cat, when can we see your cat?"
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm sure if he joins the show and you're on.
We love you, Charlie.
Yeah, we do. We love Charlie, and that's why we bring him on the show. It's for shenanigans like that. That's precisely why we do
fun.
it. I just have a feeling that if he sees Amanda, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm running a show in like 2 months, and I want to book you on it." That would just be like him. He's just like, "Yeah."
You ever thought about being a wrestler?
Right now, you definitely see it. You do that.
He offered me that too. He asked me, "Have I ever took a bump?" He private messaged me, "Have you ever taken a bump before?"
See,
like, not by you.
Charlie's funny.
He is fantastic. I'm hoping to run into him soon.
What's the next question?
To the wise, put the logo up if he ever comes on the show. Which
just put the icon up.
Yeah, just save yourself.
Yes. What is the next question? Thank you, reader. Yay or nay on Marty Jannetty.
So, Steve, here you go. Do you finally like Roman Reigns now?
Who's this from?
This is from Blaine in Arkansas. So obviously this is an avid listener because he knows your Roman Reigns love.
All right. Well, here's the deal. So
here's the deal.
Let me clarify something. I don't think I've ever stated that I hate Roman Reigns. I hate that they are throwing him down our throats as the guy. That's what I don't like. I happen to not hate Roman Reigns. So now that the Shield is getting back together, do I like Roman Reigns? I like the Shield back together. I like the idea of it. I like the three of them together. Roman doesn't have to say much in that situation because you got two talkers. Roman could go back to just saying his one line. So, yes, I'm excited about the Shield. I like Roman Reigns with the Shield. I like Roman Reigns outside of the Shield, but not as the guy who's going to take the title. You know, to me, you got better options available. So I hope that answers your question.
There you go.
I like that one. That was a thorough answer. I just to kind of cap off, that Roman Reigns as a member of the Shield and calling Renee Young baby girl and all that kind of shit. That's fantastic. I love that. More of that. Less tater tots. Really, I guess that's the way I can describe it. More baby girl, less tater tots. That's a strange way to describe a wrestling character, but hey, that's what
I just think they're better together than separately.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's you can see Dean Ambrose is working so much harder and putting on such good quality of match now that he's back with Seth. You can just feel the chemistry between them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that call? Oh, who was the emailer that texted or sent that one in?
That was from Blaine in Arkansas.
That was a good question.
You, Blaine from Arkansas, all the way down Arkansas. All right. Didn't know our reach was that far.
We had Kansas, Arkansas, South Carolina this week, actually.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yep.
And the
In Canada.
the Sky Dome.
Yeah, the Sky Dome, yeah.
Somebody who either is from or likes Toronto, an awful bunch.
We got any more?
Emails? Yeah, do we have any other emails? This is great. I really like that we're getting responses to the mailbag.
And they're great questions.
We have two more. One question that actually came in was asking me if I actually do really believe that Chris Benoit is innocent.
Oh boy, you gotta dedicate more than a 2-minute answer to that one.
I'm just gonna say yes, and there's a lot of facts that, well, at least I believe, conspiracy theory facts that can prove it. I'm not going down the rundown again. I've done that a couple of times on the air, but
you gotta follow the money, gorilla.
But do you want to laugh? I actually found a new fact this week when I was actually looking it up.
Oh, jeez.
No, this is creepy. Nancy and Chris and Daniel were allegedly killed the same day as what would have been Nancy and Kevin's wedding anniversary.
Now, see, that would be a little creepy.
That's a fact. If you check up the wedding, because I actually checked and looked up the marriage certificates and everything. It is the same date. It is the exact same date.
That is.
And it's the same date as the Wikipedia hacking.
I mean, look, I'll be honest.
That Wikipedia hacking was a weird thing, too. How would somebody know he was dead before?
It didn't say Chris was dead. It was about Nancy. It wasn't about Chris. It was about Nancy.
See, I thought it was about him. Okay.
No, it was that Nancy died.
How would they, would you just post it as a hoax, like a random hoax? That is really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but it was the same date as what would have been Kevin and Nancy's wedding anniversary.
When I first heard about that, I automatically thought Kevin Sullivan, he did it.
Yep.
Is it bad that everybody's brain went there? Because mine, it was like, he worked, and I know, this is how you know you've been getting worked for the last 30 years. He worships the devil.
But that's actually true. He does belong to a cult.
You know who I've heard is a weird guy is the Sinister Minister, but I still want to hang out with him.
But the thing is, like I said, I'm not gonna go on the whole show about this or whatever. But
we'll have to get somebody on who has knowledge of it and have them.
I would love it. But like I said, the whole thing, and like they said, why was Chris Benoit wearing gloves in his own house?
Fingerprints.
Someone answer me that.
I mean,
Why
obviously
is-
it was chilly.
Well, you're
Why
gonna
was there a
fingerprints
towel?
anyway.
Why was there a towel around his neck on the weight bench and gloves on his hands? Just someone answer me that. Does that make any sense?
What about the Bible thing?
And the Bibles, they're atheists. Why are there Bibles all over the house? Why is there a Bible next to Daniel, Nancy, and Chris if they're atheists?
And my
Interesting.
biggest problem is that the police investigation seemed to be so short and abrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And the
did
text
seem kind of.
and the text to Chavo make no sense either. All the text to Chavo Guerrero. Chavo was just at the house the week before, so why is he texting Chavo his address?
Right.
Chavo's been there hundreds of times. Ania Guerrero had been to the Benoit house. How does he not know where he lives? And why is he telling him his dogs are in the backyard by the pool?
Yeah, I don't know.
It just makes no
I
sense.
guess- yeah. I mean, like I said, if we can find somebody that's more knowledgeable on the situation, then I'm all
I would love
all
it.
for bringing them on board. Thank you, user.
If anyone's
for that
listening.
question. Yeah, right. I might know. I mean, obviously, I know people that worked with Chris Benoit, but that's kind of a. How do you broach that? Hey, man, I'm doing a podcast. Do you want to come on and talk about your coworker that fucking killed some people? Possibly, maybe. Everybody assumes.
Yeah,
he
no,
did it.
it's a touchy subject. It's
No,
a
it's
touchy
definitely-
subject. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like 9/11. You can't say 9/11 was a hoax or anything like that. You definitely get jumped on for that. And the Las
Well, there's
Vegas
one-
one.
Mhm.
Now they're saying there's a whole bunch of it's a false flag. And I'm sorry, Jesse Ventura. I'm sure you didn't say it. I should be doing the Alex Jones voice. But they think
Oh my
it's a
God,
false
Alex Jones.
flag. They think
God.
there are two shooters. Who knows?
I immediately
Well,
thought there was 2 shooters, actually.
I mean, that's why they're going to investigate. And
Yeah.
I hate to jump to conclusions, especially about something of that scale. So
Yeah.
you got to really, as much as people are finger pointing right now, the only thing
Wasn't
you
there
can do
2
is
shooters for the Kennedy assassination?
Oh man, that
Yeah.
Kennedy assassination
The
is
grassy knoll guy.
when are they declassifying those documents? It's coming up soon, right?
I think it's next year.
Yeah.
See, that will be, and people will delve into that like they've been doing with a lot of stuff. I mean, now with all the resources available on the internet, that's going to be a fun one.
Well, do you want to address the last major question? And this one's going to be a real doozy.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Richard from Kansas wants to know that if it should arise, should members of the WWE roster ever take a knee?
Richard from Kansas, that's my favorite. For those of Howard Stern fans out there, is that actually Richard? If that's Richard Christie, hey buddy, hey bud.
I don't have a
Oh,
last
man.
name,
No,
but
I know,
he won't-
but that
he-
looks. That's funny. Richard from Kansas. Thank you, sir. So, I think it could be. Obviously, listen. Last night, everybody stood on stage for the Las Vegas thing.
Mhm.
as they should have.
No, right. Nobody kneeled there, which was good because I would kind of take away from that. Listen, if somebody wants to kneel, they can kneel. It's not really in WWE. It's not unless they use it as a story. The national anthem is
Yeah.
never
That's what
really
you said. That's what Eric said. Yeah.
played on air because they only do it before the only time they broadcast either the national anthem or America the Beautiful is usually WrestleMania
Or tribute to
Yeah.
the troops.
or Oh Canada for that one.
And I brought up it's a little hypocritical because no one has ever interrupted our national anthem, but yet every single heel that sings their national anthem, some babyface comes out and disrupts that. So it's a little, hypocritical.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there is almost exactly 50% of the country that thinks taking a knee is great, and another 50% that thinks it's really terrible. So when you put this character out there who kneels for the national anthem, are you going to present them as a babyface? Are you going to present
I
them
guess
as
it
a
could
heel?
go either way.
You know,
Yeah.
there's
Could do one
and
of
what
the
you're going. Do you want to alienate one part of your audience to placate another part of your audience? I just feel like WWE is not going to address it. That's what I feel like they're
No.
going to do.
I
just not
agree.
address
You're
it.
never going to see a situation like that in the WWE.
If this was
It's
the
not gonna
Attitude Era, maybe.
No, I don't
That's
think so.
Yeah, I mean, even
No, they let Shawn Michaels wipe his nose with the Canadian flag. No offense,
and
Amanda.
hump it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Mhm.
well, they
Well-
got heat for this, but remember what's his name? Muhammad
Coco-
Hassan.
hmm
that was 2005.
Yeah.
Post 9/11, right around that London 7/7 bombing on the trains. That was edgy for 2005.
Oh yeah.
That was really edgy, and of course they cut bait on it pretty quickly. But if they didn't do that scene, or they didn't air it, or whatever, if they made a different choice, they could have continued with Muhammad Hassan, I believe.
Well, do you remember
Yeah, I mean, that
when
kills
Yokozuna power bombed, did the bonsai drop on Hacksaw and he put the flag over Hacksaw when he did it?
Yeah, so I mean, they have
He
done.
draped the flag over Jim Duggan when he did the bonsai drop.
And then Sergeant Slaughter burned the Hulkamania shirt and then threatened to burn the American flag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was a big thing, too. So they've done edgier stuff. I just think right now they're a publicly traded company. I don't think they want to dip their toe into this just because it's going to be one way or another. No matter what decision they make, somebody's going to have a complaint. That's really what it is. If the person taking a knee is a bad guy, then you're going to have a bunch of people, saying, well, why is it a bad guy? And if it's a good guy, they're saying, well, why is it a good guy, not a bad guy? So I mean, you're alienating somebody with that, and I think the wiser decision for a company like them, who has the ability to dictate the way their athletes act a little bit more than these other forms of sports, because this is entertainment, they can just not introduce it as a thing.
And again,
especially because the anthem
they're
is
publicly traded, so it's way too controversial to do for a public.
It's real. It's a touchy thing to even try and talk about with fucking people you know. You're gonna put that on national television.
It is touchy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Well, thank you, Richard. You're my favorite. That's a very good question. Anybody have any other thoughts to expand on that? I mean, what do you do if you decided, somebody in the writers' meeting said, we're going to have a character take a knee? What do you do? What do you pitch? Who do you say? Who does it?
I think it would more likely be looked upon as tacky, because people would know that it's being used as a story as opposed to what taking a knee is supposed to represent. Like, it's supposed to be a protest and try and change things in America for so reasons. But if you're doing it to draw attention and get more ratings, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, so it would definitely be seen as like
South Park is going to grab this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised
what's it gonna
Saturday
be?
Night Live would do that too, I think.
Is it going to be the elementary school where the kids all go and they now all of a sudden they fucking play football because of course they do after 15 seasons or whatever it is, 28,000 seasons? That's probably what it's going to be, right? They're all going to be in the football team, and then somebody's going to take a knee. And then Cartman's going to try and find a way to financially profit off of taking a knee. That has to, I mean, what else could he do?
Mm-hmm.
He would sell T-shirts or like knee pads. I bet she's.
He would try to play it to both sides too.
What?
He would try to play it to both sides also to profit.
Oh, of course he would. Of course, that's typical Cartman. So maybe that'll be a Cartman-focused episode. That would be great to see how that greedy little bastard would handle such a situation. Good question, Richard. Thank you once again. Fantastic. That's it for the week? Like for the questions?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, awesome. So once again, if you want your
really quick.
that's fine. So if you want your questions answered and submitted for an opportunity to win a free WrestleRumble.com pay-per-view pick'em entry.
We have to pick one today, actually, because Hell in a Cell.
Oh, Jesus. Hell in a Cell's coming up.
Marty Jannetty wins in my book.
Yay or nay? That was the only question.
For me, I think the best one was who would you bring back and Dead or Alive? I like that.
I was going to say that one too.
That's
You
a
want to
good
give
one.
it to Hulk Hogan?
You want to give it to Hulk? He can afford it.
Hulk, you win, brother.
Right. As long as it's not like HH@HulkHogan.com, it's probably some guy named Roy. You know what I mean? It's a guy using the name Hulk Hogan.
If it said only love, HH, then it would be
Yes,
Hulk.
right at the end. That's how you know. Just like
Or if it says, imagine if it says Bubba. No.
At the end of all of his tweets, William Shatner puts best Bill. Like that, he just gives you his best every time. Reminds you
Okay.
his name is
So
Bill.
if we're saying that Hulk Hogan's the winner, I will post the email address in the group after the show.
All right, give it to I said
Okay.
Hulk Hogan can win this one. Congratulations, Hulk Hogan. This is I guess as good a time as any to mention WrestleRumble.com. Pay-per-view pick'ems. I'm gonna bring up the website. Try and put that on my screen. There it is. Start screen share. So we have our Hell in a Cell pay-per-view pick'em, as you can see on the screen. Wow, there are 10 prizes. So you can they're pay-per-view pick'em entries. One entry for $10, 3 entries for $20, 5 entries for $30. If you purchase 5 entries for $30, $5 of your purchase will go towards Real Men Wear Pink, which is a breast cancer charity. For your efforts, if you place within the top 10, places 10 through 6 get a free entry into the next Wrestle Rumble Pick'em pay-per-view event, whichever is, what was that, Survivor Series? Something like that.
Isn't it
TLC. So it'll be TLC, so you get a free entry to that. 5th place is $50, 4th place is $50, 3rd place is $50, and any piece of wrestling artwork from 2Me Drawings, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
2medrawings.com, the number 2medrawings.com. 2nd place is $100 and a t-shirt of your choice from ProWrestlingTees.com. And 1st place is a whopping $500 and a mystery crate from WrestleCrate.com. So some really good prizes.
The winner from last pick'em, and he also got a Wrestle Crate. It was so cool. He sent us a picture of what he got. He got so much stuff.
Really?
I was kind of jealous.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah, those crates are pretty cool. So
he got like a book. He got a couple T-shirts. He got a signed autograph of I don't remember who. He got like pins. He got a DVD, a book.
Wow. Shit. All right, so WrestleRumble.com for all that. That's amazing. Good opportunity if you think you know your pick'ems for wrestling. These ones, especially nowadays, are weird because Vince kind of does what he wants now. It's not really hey, the crowd's doing this. Let's do this. It's not there's not a one-to-one response. It's kind of a.
That's why you always got to get 3 entries. So you pick what you want, and then you pick what Vince wants.
Of course.
And then you just pick a random little bit what I want, a little bit what Vince wants.
Yeah, that's a good. See, it is a good strategy. Of course, you're trying to get us to buy the most expensive one, but that's okay. $30. I mean, all things considered, it's really not a bad deal if you're going to be entering the pick'em. Why spend? If you're going to be spending $10 on one entry, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You might as well.
10? Yeah, exactly.
It's 10 for 1 or 30 for 5, and realistically, $5 of that goes to charity. It's $25 for 5 picks, $5 a pick. It's good.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it should be another fun month for us here, and WrestleRumble.com. I get we got it in. That's awesome. Congratulations to Hulk Hogan. I guess that is his name, the real Hulk Hogan, for his victory in the mailbag. So once again, if you want your mailbag question answered and entered into our pay-per-view pick'em, we're picking a pick'em. You go to ask the war report at gmail.com. I promise you, Kat, I will put together a graphic. I will try not to forget. I'll try and do it.
You got it right this time, so I'm all good.
Ask the war report at gmail.com and hashtag ask the war report or tag me a date on all your social media. Yeah, thank you for submitting the questions. That's pretty awesome. Now that those are out of the way, not out of the way, but now that those have been addressed, what else did we have on the docket for our last 15 minutes?
Well, I had a question of my own that will lead us back into Raw and everything. With the Shield seemingly, together for all intents and purposes and, occupied for TLC, what do we do with Braun Strowman now? Like, what direction does he go into?
Braun!
Ow.
I mean, I'm concerned. I'm concerned because I think he should be a huge part of that pay-per-view and do something.
Yeah.
Well, he just beat the two of the tag team champions 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a Shield reunion. How is that not a bigger deal? The Shield is gonna come back. The band.
Yeah, but is it going to be a long-lasting thing, or is it just going to be a temporary one match deal?
Oh,
Well,
it
you
better
can
not
find-
be.
You can find out for $9.99 a month. That's what they want. That's what they want to know. Will you pay $10 to see the Shield reunite? If enough people do, we're going to keep this thing going. It would
It's
be wonderful.
$11.99 in Canada.
It's $11.99. That's tragic.
I know.
And you have to have your cable service with it.
Yeah,
That's even worse.
it is.
That's awful. Like I said, I know some people go through. They get like an American. They get like prepaid cards, and they have an American billing address that they use, and then they have like a VPN that they can go through to watch it and make. Because you have to, if you have an IP address that's out of the United States, they won't let you watch the U.S. network. So you can like go to a VPN and pretend that your IP address is coming from the United States, and then watch and subscribe to the U.S. network. But it's a whole lot of steps.
I tried to do that for Netflix because like our Netflix is terrible compared to yours.
Really, that got fucked up too, huh?
Yeah.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah,
Shit.
but it always kicked me out and
How
It was
much?
just amazing.
How much do you pay for Netflix in Canada?
Netflix is also $11.99, but
wow.
we have like 1/10 of the amount of stuff you guys have.
That is
Ouch.
freaking rough as hell.
I'm
I
just glad
know.
we got to see Glow though.
Yo,
Yeah.
Glow is the best. That's
That was the best.
they should make honestly, they should take. I don't know how they haven't had. I know they've already done another season that's coming up, but how they haven't had those girls involved with the Mae Young Classic
Mm-hmm.
or with the women's division at all. I heard a rumor that they might. Did they do the finals of the women's classic? They already did them or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They were supposed
That
to
was like
have
2
them.
weeks ago.
They were supposed to. They didn't have any of them there, right? Because I had read something that they were supposed to have some girls from Glow in the audience, but I don't think they did. Yeah. I don't-
At the final match, yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they did? Okay.
I mean, Ivory was there.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, like,
and
did they
so
have
was,
it?
and so was Tia.
Oh, so okay, so they did have them there. That's good.
Mhm.
I'm glad they had a
Mhm.
presence. They should really bring them on. Some of those girls weren't bad. You know?
Hey, by the way, Hell in the Cell is this Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
We should probably do our picture real quick.
Oh Jesus
Yeah, that's a good
Christ!
idea.
I
I'll
can't
be
believe
there
it's
on
come up this
Sunday.
quickly. All right, now this is for Ryan.
You're
Pay
going?
attention and put these in.
Yeah, I'm going.
Good for
What?
Nice.
I'm very excited.
That's awesome.
It's not that far of a drive, 6 hours. I'm bringing a friend who doesn't
Okay.
he doesn't watch wrestling at all, so this will be great.
you.
You'll have to report
Oh,
back how that
jeez.
goes.
You must convert this person.
She's
Guy
just
or
like,
girl? Oh, she.
can I borrow a shirt? She's like,
Oh, God.
unless you're not wearing a wrestling shirt, then I don't want to wear one.
Oh my God,
That's funny. That's really funny.
that's hilarious.
Hell in a
So-
Cell. Wait, where's? And it's gonna be in Detroit. Oh wow, you're going to Detroit.
Yeah. I'll need to get a Roman Reigns bulletproof vest before I go.
You don't look like the type to be going through Detroit, so that should be fun for you.
I know it's gonna be.
At least it's not Chicago. Chicago's a
I'm
whole.
going
I
to
just started
Chicago
thinking. I just
I'll be
started
in
thinking of
Chicago in
Hardcore
November.
Con.
There are like 400 shooting deaths a weekend in Chicago. Keep your head up or down. I don't know what you do in that case.
Down.
Yeah, I would say down.
All right, so we'll work our way up here. Randy Orton, Rusev.
I don't remember.
Match?
Rusev.
That's
I think
listed
that's
as for.
I gotta go with Randy Orton, but
I'm gonna say Randy Orton.
Frankly, I don't give a shit, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna. I mean, this
Thank
is
you,
what they
Clark
do.
Gable.
Yeah, they bring up they bring Rusev and they build him up for a while, and then he gets knocked down a peg.
Mhm.
That might be that. It might be a Dunzo and Rusev's push again here. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, please, Bobby Roode.
It has
Bobby
to be Bobby
Roode.
Roode.
Glorious.
Bobby Roode.
Glorious.
AJ Styles, Baron Corbin for the United States Championship.
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin.
Ooh.
You know, I think I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin as
As
well.
much as I don't want to, I might have to, just because.
They screwed him over so much. Like,
Yeah,
they gotta
yeah, it
give him a
feels
little
like he's
taste.
gotta get one.
Gotta
I
give
think-
him a little something.
I don't remember.
Kat, what do you think for? Which ones did she answer? She answered the Randy Orton one or no? Excuse me.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I said Rusev.
you said Rusev. Okay, we got Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler. What do you think about that one?
I'm gonna go Dolph.
Really?
Wow, we all said Bobby Roode. What about Baron Corbin, AJ Styles for the United States Championship?
Oh, AJ Styles.
It is okay. We were
I
thinking
said
Baron.
fuck Baron Corbin.
I like Baron Corbin.
He does nothing for me.
I think they're giving it to him.
They're building them up again. I think.
Well, better that than the world title, so I'm
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
Touche.
Natalia versus Charlotte
Charlotte.
Natty.
Charlotte.
Oh,
for the women's
I picked
title.
Charlotte, and then Carmella's cashing in.
Yep.
Ooh.
oh yeah.
Oh, that would be
That's
interesting. We got to have that on the sheet. Is there going to be a cash in or not?
It is on the sheet. It is on the
Excellent.
sheet.
Good job, Ryan. Ryan does the sheet. Oh, this is a good one. Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The New
New
Day versus the Usos.
The New Day.
New Day.
Usos.
New Day.
Usos.
I feel like the Usos, they just released some Snapchat stuff of that, and they made it in a full video of them recording their new theme music. And like
Oh, yeah,
they rapped their own
CFO.
music. Yeah, so the CFO $signs.
It's
CFO,
on
and
it's on their Instagram.
yeah, and then the Usos and they rap together.
I love it.
Yeah, I think so. What I'm saying is maybe with that kind of like, oh, they just wrapped their own new theme and they released the footage of it. Maybe they're trying to set them up for another one. But they've flipped these titles a lot recently, so I think maybe they just got to stay with the New Day for a little while.
Nope.
I'm
Staying with my Uso pick.
Usos. I mean, but when was the last? There was a title change when?
A month
At
and
a
a half
house
ago.
show.
Ago?
Right. I
Wasn't
mean,
it
that-
at a house show?
Was
Yeah,
it at a
no.
house show? Oh.
I think
No,
it was
it
at a
was
house
on-
show that the New Day won it back. Was
No, it was
SmackDown?
on SmackDown. Yeah.
It was on SmackDown Live.
Yeah.
And it was like a couple of weeks after SummerSlam where Usos took the belts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So March, the Usos won in Connecticut. In July, the New Day won at Battleground. Then the Usos won in Brooklyn at SummerSlam. And then the New Day won in September, SmackDown Live.
Too
Mhm.
many title changes.
They've only had, this is their 19th day of this reign. I feel like they have to keep it on them. But then again, saying that sounds silly because we've got a bunch of 28-day reigns and 23-day title reigns on here. So who fucking knows?
Well, don't they want them to like beat some other sort of title?
Oh, the number of reigns
Yeah.
for a tag team championship. Yeah.
Number of reigns doesn't impress me. Length of
No,
No,
time.
that means you lost it a bunch of times.
Length of
Yeah.
time.
28-day reigns only applies to Sasha.
Ugh. So in a regular match, not a Hell in a Cell match, which sounds strange, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke for the WWE Championship. What was that, Eric?
Oh, the tag titles are in a cell.
They are in a cell, but
Oh,
the singles match isn't in a cell. Like the WWE Championship is not in a cell.
That's not.
Because Jinder Mahal would screw everything up.
I gotta
Like,
go with Shinsuke.
We already we gotta go.
Punjabi prison match, so he's not going to win the Hell in a Cell.
If Shinsuke does not win, I will personally riot.
See, because
Well, here's
Like,
the
I
Here's
will
the
start
thing,
a
though.
riot.
they announced Jinder Mahal as officially appearing on the India tour this week. So.
Oh,
Well, here's the thing, though.
No, okay.
They're saying
Sorry.
that they want to keep the strap on Jinder until WrestleMania.
No, God no.
Royal Rumble at the absolute latest. Survivor
As
Series.
much as I want Shinsuke to win, and I want to put Shinsuke down as my pick, I got to go with Jinder because they're not ready to release that belt off of him anytime soon, which fucking blows.
Ew.
I'm gonna have to think about this a little further before I put my pick down.
Yeah, I would
I will
like.
never
I mean, listen,
say
It killed me to
Jinder.
type it. It killed me to type Jinder, but
I'll never say Jinder ever.
never say Jinder again.
Canada's greatest export, the modern day Maharaja. I love it, Michael. We fight on Thursday nights.
But wait, Vince,
Modern day Maharaja.
But Vince, since Autumn calls you Chris Jericho, so now you got to say never say Jinder again.
Never say Jinder again. I actually started calling Aaron Rodgers the Maharajers because of Jinder.
A-Rod Suckers.
So when Rodgers is throwing the ball, I say Raja when he throws it. It's kind of a thing now. It's weird. Thank
we
you.
also
Jinder
we
Mahal.
have Shane.
Oh,
Kevin
Shane in the
Owens.
main event. Shane, Kevin Owens in a cell.
I gotta go with Shane McMahon on this one.
Does Shane ever win?
Yeah,
No.
Shane's not really out there to win, so I feel like Kevin Owens has to win.
I agree with that. As I'm saying, I want Shane.
Yeah, because I mean, after 20 years, Shane needs a win.
How
But
many matches has he actually won? I'm actually trying to think about that. If I could actually think of a match that Shane McMahon has actually ever won.
Well, he beat his dad.
His dad, yeah.
He beat Vince.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how many matches in I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 out of the entire. I think he beat someone from the Mean Street Posse.
well, we can find this. I'll find this out as you guys.
Where's Ryan when I need him?
I'll find it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking
total-
at the win-loss record.
Total number of matches 104. Total number of wins 52. What? Total number of losses 39. Total number of draws 13. What
You
are
have a
his
different
wins?
number than I do.
How many matches?
They're saying he
have a
had
totally
20.
different
Is this
number.
the right guy? Shane McMahon, also known
I
as
have-
Shane's. Yeah, what do you have?
I bet it has house shows.
34 wins,
Yeah.
11 draws, and 40 losses.
Huh.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense. I wonder if it's a.
I am looking at the Internet
Matches.
Wrestling Database.
It's gonna be including
See,
house shows.
I'm on Cage Match, so we got different numbers. So let's just pay per
Maybe
view.
X-Pac.
Oh, see, so like they're counting dark matches. So like Batista and Shane McMahon defeat Edge
Oh.
and Randy Orton at some fucking dark match in 2009.
Oh no,
Yeah,
this
give me a
is
break.
just pay-per-view and non-pay-per-view.
Okay, so yeah, on and that makes much more sense.
Mhm.
On pay-per-view
He beat
and
X-Pac at
TV, Shane McMahon
WrestleMania.
has a low win percentage. Really?
Yeah.
That's not really a great record, so to speak. So
No,
again,
it's
I'm
not.
going with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think you got to lean towards Kevin Owens because on TV he doesn't win
Mhm.
that much.
But what happens to Kevin Owens if he does lose? You know,
Well, there
Well,
were
there's so many
saying,
rumors, like Vince McMahon will show up, Triple H.
there's gotta be some kind of interference that justifies it.
well, I heard a rumor
Yeah.
that Kevin Owens was being advertised for Raw house shows in the next couple months. So either he loses, or regardless if he wins or loses, maybe he gets traded to Raw because he's such a
Mhm.
nuisance to them.
He vocally states that he wants to go to Raw. He doesn't want to be on SmackDown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least, character-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that could be a way to write him off and then get him back onto Raw.
right. That's true.
I'll tell you
Who
what,
would
get
go-
him into the title picture and put Owens against Lesnar.
Who would go on SmackDown then?
Right,
They
they'd
have
have to
to
bring
trade.
Yeah, they'd have to trade somebody good. They couldn't just be like,
Braun Strowman. Oh.
But you were just saying about a Braun Strowman opponent, though. What about Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, if that comes to pass?
Oh, I like that too.
Damn
see,
it.
that's that. But I have so many goofy for Kevin Owens. Like I have so many
Ooh,
different
but what if-
tag team nicknames that he could have. Like,
What if Braun Strowman goes to SmackDown Live and actually kills Jinder Mahal?
like in real life kills him? I think that's looked down upon.
No. Just like like
Oh, okay. Like the slams him, and then yeah, I can see that.
yeah, and then he wins the title, and then there you go. He's got his title.
Like on the off chance that Shinsuke doesn't get the job done, and then they bring.
Oh, yeah.
Because to answer Steve's question about why they main event isn't main event worthy, I don't know if you noticed, Brock Lesnar hasn't really been there to be the main event, right?
Yeah.
So
But he's not going to be at TLC.
Right, so that's why the main event feels a little weak.
But actually, I heard he might be at TLC because he's scheduled for the Raw right after.
Oh, so maybe he'll show up and just kind of.
Yeah.
But even if you need something main eventing for Raw, you could still use the Miz and the Shield over Enzo Amore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because the Miz is actually the Miz is what's covering Raw lately.
The Miz has been on fire.
I want to say this regarding the Miz. Thank God, if they're going to do Miz and Company versus the Shield, thank God he replaced the Mirage with Sheamus and Cesaro. Because it's a much more credible threat to the Shield than Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Yeah, you could tell that was all a setup to get what's his name there. I was going to call them their old names, McGillicuddy and Bo Dallas is still his name. I was going to call him Rotunda. But those two guys, they were just getting the shit kicked out of them last night to kind of write them off and then introduce two new guys into it. Which I'm okay with. That's an upgrade. Look, when Miz looked at Sheamus and Cesaro, he's like, "Yeah, that's a Miz-tourage. What the fuck was I doing?"
But I love Bo Dallas.
I get it.
I want to punch him in the face.
Oh, I just love ripping on him on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, he's got a terrible face. I love his face.
Well, no, you got the Baron Corbin thing, so I'm like, now Bo Dallas too?
No, like if you hear what I call him on Twitter, it's
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
What do you call him on Twitter?
I've said that he looks like a Korean pimp. I said that he looks like he just left his daughter's quinceanera.
Wow. Oh, you are.
I said that he looks like he's the. I don't know. I just go on him every time he comes on. I'm like, yes, I need more ammo.
All right.
And
so
you thought calling him a Mayan from Sons of Anarchy was bad, Vince.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
That's when he was wearing the denim. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, when he's wearing. Yeah. Because he does look like a Mayan from Sons of Anarchy. All right, so here's the deal.
Alvarez's long lost kid.
We're gonna. I want something new. I want to try something new with the listeners, just to test out how many listeners there actually are.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our buddy, Bo Dallas, in various states of gimmick. Jesus, what is this? I've never seen that before. I don't even know what that could be. That's terrible. I want to call him Jinder. Bo Dallas here. Let's take a look at Bo Dallas. If you're listening, tag the War Report or use, at the War Report on social media, or do like a hashtag Bo Dallas looks like.
It looks like Razor Jabron.
Very nice. So like that. Hashtag Bo Dallas looks like. Let us know. I really want to know what people can come up with here.
What is that top one on the right? Oh my God, with the birthday hat on? Are you serious?
It's just his birthday. That's okay. Remember when he used to talk like he was a fucking self-help counselor?
That's what Doink looks like without the makeup.
Oh my!
I like this one where he's just like with the bandana on. What is that?
Oh yeah, I said that he looks like
rock band.
No, he looks like the lead cover band of Guns N' Roses.
All right, this one might be my favorite one.
Oh my God!
Hang in there. There's your motivation.
That looks like it's something that could have been made of Cara Cara.
That's
a porn.
Good job, everyone. Good job, internet. He actually looks like a real athlete in some of these pictures.
Looks like Neville in that last one.
And then you go to something like, "Oh, hi everybody! Look at how happy I am to be here."
No, stop with the one glove. Stop it. One glove. No, stop.
But you
There
notice
needs to be a cover of Playgirl.
he's got the same creepy smile as his brother, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
his smile, he said, was messed up because when he was younger, they had a rope swing, and he decided that he was going to be like Tarzan and use his teeth and swing across on the rope swing, and he ripped his front teeth out. So that's why his teeth are kind of in the wrong alignment.
Mhm.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Explains looks like that, maybe. So yeah, that happened, but yeah, he does have a creepy smile. That's one of the negatives, or maybe positives about him. Is that a positive or a negative? As we just slowly zoom in on his face.
Well, you got the mouse right on his nose, so that's not really helping much right now.
Okay, he's an inspiration to us all. Hashtag Bo Dallas looks like. I want to see what people can come up with. Do we have any other things to discuss? It's 8:05.
Yeah, that's,
the Yankees are about to start. SmackDown starting.
That's it.
805 Live.
That's right. So on behalf of everybody here on the War Report, this has been another edition of the War Report brought to you by TagMeADate.com, the first and only dating site exclusively for wrestling fans. You can find your tag team match amongst our roster of 50,000 superstars and divas. We're really in a good swing here. We've got a lot of new signups, a lot of new potential matches for you. We are still in our partnership with WrestleRumble.com, so check out WrestleRumble.com for your pay-per-view pick'ems. Top prize $500 and a Wrestle Crate. More prizes on WrestleRumble.com. And if you submit a question to AskTheWarReport@gmail.com, that is it. AskTheWarReport@gmail.com or hashtag AskTheWarReport and tag @TagMeADate on social media. You can be entered for a free pick'em from WrestleRumble.com. If you like our show, you can check us out on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, type in Tag Me a Date in the search bar. All one word, Tag Me a Date, solution all together. You'll get to the Tag Me a Date channel where you can like and subscribe our videos. Hit the bell if you want to be given a push notification to your mobile device when we go live or upload a video. We're live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time. We've got a time change coming up that may affect a couple of you if you're listening abroad or in one of the few places that doesn't recognize daylight savings time. In our area, there's only like one United State that doesn't, so it doesn't affect too many people, but we'll let you know when that time change does happen. And just check us out, tagmeadate.com for all of your dating site needs, and the War Report on YouTube for our weekly podcast. We will see you next Tuesday.